Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and with me I have a fabulous co-host, my gorgeous Moon. Hey, boo.
Hey,
Oh, and today is Monday, July 21st. So this month is getting is seems like it's moving fast as well. It just seems like just yesterday was the beginning of the month, my brother's birthday, and now
too
we're
fast,
heading towards the end of the month.
too fast, too fast.
Too fast, honey. Slow down just a little bit. Dang, I'm still trying to look. I think we still stuck. A lot of us still stuck in 2020, trying to process what happened back then, and
No,
still
for
picking up the
real,
pieces from that.
for real.
But and also, I want to announce. I say this all the time, but if you all have any tea that you want to talk about, any feedback on the show, I'm sorry, any tea that you would want me to talk about, any feedback on the show, please hit us up, auntie@auntiederek.com. That email is live, and yeah, go straight to me, so I'll be able to read your email. So hit me up. So let's go ahead and get started with the tea, honey, and I'm gonna try to do my best Till impression. It's tea time. That was
Uh,
terrible, honey. I was even told not to do that again. Well, our first story is an update. So I'm actually happy to see this update because that now I know that Shannon Sharp is not a menace to society. Because remember we did a story last week where the girl didn't even show up to the first court hearing, the one that was suing him for the $50 million. She didn't even show up, her nor her attorneys. So I was thinking that maybe the girl done had a hit put out on her or something like that, or Shannon done did something to make this girl disappear. But
but
he did do something to make her disappear, but I guess it was a good thing depending on how you look at it. Because I have this Vibe article, Shannon Sharp's $50 million rape lawsuit dismissed with prejudice.
mm,
Yeah, girl. So Tony Busby, the attorney representing the Jane Doe, who sued Shannon Sharp for $50 million back in April, has announced that the two parties have reached an agreement with plans to dismiss the case. On April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharp on behalf of our client. Busby announced via social media Friday, July 18th. Both sides acknowledged a long term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I am pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice, the statement concluded. The original 13-page civil complaint found Sharp being accused of committing assault, battery, and sexual battery, as well as intentional infliction of emotional distress over the course of a 2-year rocky consensual relationship. Sharp's attorney initially called the lawsuit a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down the Club Shay Shay host. Mr. Sharp categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. So that's what he said when he was the first accused. Now they reached a mutually agreed upon settlement, and it's dismissed with prejudice, which means that she cannot go back and refile these charges. So,
I, I hope he has learned his lesson because you sitting around here like a sucker, and I need you to tighten up. You've been out here too long.
I agree. And to be completely honest, I do not think he's learned his lesson.
Probably not. You seem like he hard head.
Mhm. And any man that would sit there like I mean, it's because for one, I just thought him lying to the people talking about accidentally going live. I'm still not over that. Lying to the public saying I accidentally went live on Instagram while I was in an intimate relationship with a girl named Michelle. Like do you
Accidentally.
know
How do
how many steps you got to take to go live on Instagram?
Yeah, but where was your phone? That was always my question. Like, excuse me? How did
Child, he
that
knew what he
happen?
was doing. He was trying to
Yeah.
dispel those gay rumors. That's all that was.
Oh Lord! And now that he done tripped into a lawsuit, he done lost some money. Boo.
Hmm. Might as well be engaged. Cheaper. No, it's not. Never mind. It's not cheaper to be.
I was gonna say.
No, it's not. Let me be quiet. Well, does anybody want to add anything else on Shannon Sharp's blockheaded ass before we go to the next story?
Absolutely not.
Well, this story, y'all, I'm actually a little annoyed by this. Troy Ave, you dirty dog. You dirty Troy. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Oh my God. So remember, it was just last week. We covered a story about Troy Ave saving his friend Jeff Cole from being robbed. And they had like a shootout in the car and stuff like that. It looked like a movie. And it was just a crazy
Mm-hmm.
scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out the shit was a fucking movie because it was all fake, allegedly.
What?
I could not. I said, "You dirty dog." I was rooting for your ass, and you make me look. You said here made me look like a fool.
Oh
So I
God.
have this TMZ article. Troy Ave and Chef Jeff faking it for the gram. Shootout didn't happen. Child.
That
Troy
is.
Ave's going from hero to zero because it turns out he did not stand up to an armed robber. Instead, he and his buddy staged a shootout for social media clout. Here's the deal. Troy's
Mm,
pal, Chef Jeff Cole, posted a wild video Tuesday purportedly showing a gunman sneaking up on both of them outside of Jeff's San Diego area home, only to have Troy whip out his own handgun and fire on the supposed assailant. Well, sources who have been in direct contact with the bogus bad boys have confirmed the whole scene was fake. No one actually attempted to rob Jeff, and we're told Troy did not actually fire any live rounds. That lines up with what law enforcement told us too. Cops in San Diego County told us they had no reports of a shooting or attempted robbery involving Troy or Jeff. And this was the statement that we read from Jeff Cole when he was like after coming home from celebrating a hater, da 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 da. Anyway,
that's so embarrassing. Oh
it
my God.
really is. And what remains unclear is why the less than dynamic duo decided to try their hands at acting. Some cynical fans were sus in the comments, and theorized Jeff and Troy were just promoting the song that was bumping off in Jeff's car. We've made repeated calls to Jeff, but not shockingly, he's not picking up. We gotta admit, they had us fooled for a minute, and nearly 45,000 people liked the clip, which Jeff still has up on his page. As they say, fake it till you make it, or until someone finds out your pants are a three alarmer.
That's sad.
That
That
is
is.
crazy.
That's so embarrassing. Like, why would y'all do that? Like, as much stuff that's going on these days, and that's what y'all do? Really?
And I'm tweeting about him. I'm like, Troy Ave done saved his friend's life. Oh my God, shout out to him. That is so noble. The
Mm,
whole time it was fake.
mm.
You dirty dog.
Both of them. Both of them. All three of them. All three of
All three. Well, I ain't gonna do. The one who played, the robber. I ain't gonna give him too much under because he probably just a starving actor looking for work. So he'll take anything he could get.
them.
I've been there. I know
Too
exactly what it's
sad.
like to be a starving actor, honey. So
Too
look,
sad.
I'd play a tree if you ask me to. Hey, Jamaican
Okay.
Queen.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson. Okay.
Yeah, hello. And still shout out to Troy Ave's dad. Yeah, it's still a nice note. I wish some of that integrity could have rolled off on your son, but still shout out. Like I said, his dad, me and his dad used to work together. Really, really nice guy who never even called me by my name. He always called me North Carolina. I don't want to say his name on a recorded line, but let's just say that Troy was named after his dad.
Gotcha.
Well, does anybody want to add anything on this ass clown before we go to the next story?
Mm.
Well, this next story, so it's a little bit of an update, and it's kind of sad. So I remember us. I can't remember exactly when, but we talked about Project Pat and his son being shot and killed in Memphis. So now they've actually arrested the person who did it, and woo, child, it's oof. Well, excuse me, I shouldn't say who did it. This person facilitated the murder. So
Oh,
they were picked up by U.S. Marshals, and I have a video clip from Memphis Fox 13. It's about
mm,
2.5 minutes, and we're just gonna check this out really quick. So give me 1 second. Up shortly. Any minute now.
everybody. It's bad on Monday for everybody.
Andrew. We continue our coverage tonight in the death investigation of rapper Project Pat's son, Patrick Houston Jr.
Eve is behind this murder. 19-year-old Talia Jones is charged with facilitation of murder in the death of Patrick Houston Jr., the son of rapper Project Pat. Tonight, we're working to find out more about Jones.
Let's go to Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu live at the MPD Tillman station right now. Jack, we know she's had a couple of previous run-ins with the law.
Yeah, Daryl, according to court records, she was wanted on a warrant separate from the shooting. That's misdemeanor shoplifting. The U.S. Marshals say when they found her in Minnesota, she put up a fight.
A Memphis music legend facing a heartbreaking situation. Patrick Houston Sr., better known as Project Pat, lost his son, 21-year-old Patrick Houston Jr., in a shooting in Imogene Heights back in January. Project Pat once rapped about women, drugs, and the streets, but in recent years, he's focused his creative efforts on prison ministries.
So God gives people out here gifts of people out here have gifts of influence. I was using my gift in the wrong way.
Memphis police say they found Patrick Houston Jr. shot near a park on January 10th. He died at the scene. For months, there was no update on the case, but now the U.S. Marshals say they've made an arrest more than 800 miles away in Minnesota. The Marshals say Talia Jones put up a fight when they tried to take her in. She's charged with facilitation of first-degree murder. Court documents related to her alleged role in Houston's death are not yet available, but she was involved in two previous cases. In October 2024, she was arrested following a domestic incident at an apartment complex on Ketchum. She allegedly used a knife during a fight against a woman who was armed with a hammer. That case was disposed. Later that month, she was arrested again, accused of shoplifting from a dollar store on Perkins. She was released on her own recognizance, but didn't show up for a court hearing, and a warrant was put out.
Let's talk about that facilitation charge. That means she's accused of helping someone else who actually pulled the trigger. It's not clear yet what exactly her role in that crime was. We're hoping to find that out once the first court documents are filed. The Marshals say she's set to be transferred back to Tennessee soon. Daryl?
Jack Bilyeu live in Memphis tonight. Thank you, Jack. We'll see you on Fox 13 News at 10.
So I just have to say that mugshot. Now I know this is not a funny situation, honey, but once they showed that mugshot and then they said she put up a fight with the U.S. Marshals when getting arrested, I was like, yeah, she looked like it. Hair all over
mm-mm.
her head. She looked pissed.
Gutter butt. Look
Oh
like a little
Lord.
gutter butt. Oh my God. That's
At
unfortunate.
only 19 years old. Why are these kids so violent? That girl is 19 years old.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my
And
God.
just out here. I mean, between her, I mean, and that other one, there's a lot of mental illness out here.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
agree, child.
Mm-mm-mm. Just, ugh.
Well, again, condolences to Project Pat and his family. This is like really,
I
really
know.
terrible news.
I know. It really is.
Go ahead, Jamaican Queen.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Where's Jermaine?
Well, she's not with us at the moment. I'm sure if she could be here, she would.
Oh, okay. She was on vacation. Oh, okay. that is so sad. Look at that girl, 19 years old. Her life is gonna be ruined, and like Jesus mercy, you
It looked
just
like
got.
it was already in the toilet from the
I'm
looks
telling.
of it.
But at least if she went from shoplifting to facilitate allegedly facilitating murder for hire, like, oh my, you went from that, like, that's a big pivot. Like, I mean, look at her. Oh my, I mean, was putting up a fight with U.S. Marshal. I'm surprised she's still with us. 'Cause they don't play U.S. Marshals. Lord Jesus. Oh my,
Okay.
we gotta just these. That's like you say, Auntie. They're so angry. The other day, T and a couple of friends. I don't know, was it T or Tiffany? I was saying, oh, a friend of mine son went to the one of the U.S. Army, Navy, one of them. I don't remember. And I saw him, and I said, "Oh, you're back." He said, "Yeah." He did his 8 years, and he is getting a retirement check, and he is going to college, and they're paying for it. And he was saying, telling T how much money he saved because he lived on base, so he didn't have to pay any rent or anything. And I was saying to myself, oh my God, I wonder. I mean, I wonder if when the founding fathers were thinking when they were writing the Constitution to put in there that all of us who are American at a certain age should like serve for like 4 years so that they are able to see what the world have to offer and get some discipline and follow a path of success, because at the end of the day, Auntie, it's either a mental health, she is doesn't have the structure of discipline and home to like, where did it start in her life for her to get to this point? And if they wrote that in the Constitution, would it prevent situation like that if someone like her did 4 years in the military because it was mandatory? Would she be on a different path? And that's where my mind went to, because we are the only nation that it's not mandatory for you to do this. Called in my country, it's called civil servant, because I had to do it when I was in Jamaica. So that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh, I know that's right now. I hear you, but I don't. It's possible. Who's to say? But I just know I wouldn't trust that young lady with any guns, or I wouldn't trust her to have my back in battle. So I don't know if she or anyone like her needs to be enlisted in anybody's military, because I don't.
But
Mm,
maybe before she got enlisted, she probably wasn't on that path right there, because it's all about discipline and because you go
Well,
in there to learn a certain thing. You wake up a certain way, you make the bed, you do your drill, and repetition and a memory muscle. It follows you for the rest of my life. Cause till this day, I fold my clothes the same way when I wake up, and it's in my head.
yeah, I don't know. With her being 19, I'm sure her home life was not ideal. So she kind of, I'm sure, is a product of her environment, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
was saying too. You're right. And it's just sad to see a young black woman going down this path to take. I'm like, it's like my kids. And I remember there was a situation and Tia said, nope, that's wrong. We cannot do this. Nope. And she came and told me, where's the Jiminy Cricket on these people's shoulder to tell them that this is wrong? You can't do it. That's all I got to say, Auntie.
Global warming don't wipe all them crickets out, honey. We barely got any insects, any bees that we need to save our lives. So that's what the crickets are. They don't have any Jiminy crickets, honey, because of climate change. So
Well, you need to come to Florida because these mosquitoes will pick your behind up.
but you're right. That was a good, like the Jiminy Cricket. That's really a good metaphor. Cause and Jiminy Cricket, let your conscience be your guide. Like if your conscience is telling you that this is the right thing to do, this is crazy. But so that's how we know like their conscience is compromised. Like y'all said, there could be some mental health there. She's a product of her environment. But, yeah. Well, speaking of another murder for hire that
Uh-oh.
we've actually talked about previously on the show, with Mo 3 being shot on the highway in Texas, and we learned that it was that whole murder for hire was orchestrated by the fellow rapper Yella Beezy. Well, they
Mm,
finally just got a trial date.
mm.
Oh, sorry, did not mean to share that. I meant to share my screen.
You know, what behooves me is the name of these rappers. Like, how you come up with this name? Like, I-
That's a good question.
like did you just put some letter and shake it up and then whatever come out, you just. I mean, Jeezy Weezy.
They use the rap name generator. Just said, give me anything, throw out anything, whatever ideas you have. And which is crazy though, because the crazy thing is, I actually enjoy both Mo Threes and Yella Beezy's music. Both of them make good music, in my opinion. So, but anyway, I have this all hip hop article. Mo Three trial date set in alleged murder for hire plot involving Yella Beezy. So Mo Three will finally get his day in court nearly 5 years after he was gunned down on a Dallas freeway in an alleged murder for hire scheme that prosecutors say was orchestrated by fellow rapper Yella Beezy. A trial date for one of the men charged in connection with the killing has been scheduled for early November in Dallas County. Devin Maurice Brown, one of the accused in the case, is set to face a jury trial. A pretrial hearing has been scheduled for October 9th, according to the Dallas Morning News. And this is a YouTube video of the shooting on the highway. So Brown's trial is the first to move forward in the high profile case, which centers on the November 11th, 2020 ambush style killing of Mo 3, whose legal name was Melvin Noble. Prosecutors allege that Marquise DeAndre Conway, known professionally as Yella Beezy, paid to have Mo 3 killed and hired Keywan Dontrell White to carry out the hit. The indictment claims Yella Beezy arranged the murder for hire plot that ended with Mo 3 being chased down and shot multiple times on Interstate 35E near the Dallas Zoo. Prosecutors say surveillance footage shows White wearing a ski mask and armed, approaching Mo 3's vehicle before the rapper attempted to flee on foot. He was shot in the back and died at the scene. A bystander was also wounded but survived. White was arrested in December of 2020 and is currently serving a 9-year sentence on firearm charges connected to the case. He has also been formally charged with murder. Yella Beezy was indicted in March of 2025, and we talked about that here on the show, on capital murder charges for uh shit. This word gonna kick my ass. I never used this word before. Remuneration. Anyway, his bond, initially set at 2 million, was later reduced to 750,000. He was released under strict conditions, including house arrest and electronic monitoring. Prosecutors say they have both video evidence and witness statements connecting Yella Beezy and the other defendants to the planning and execution of the killing. If convicted, they could face life in prison or the death penalty under Texas law. Mo 3, who was 28 at the time of his death, had built a loyal following with his tracks like Broken Love and Everybody. His murder drew national attention and reignited conversations about violence in the hip hop community. So, yeah, it looks like these boys is going to court later in the year. So, we'll see what happens, child. Oof, that's just sad. In broad daylight on a busy freeway. Crazy. Go ahead, Jamaican Queen.
So sad. Like, I mean, this young gentleman was running for his life. I mean, he don't look like the running type, but um,
Leave him alone.
all that jewelry will weigh him down. But my thing is, why would he send somebody to? Oh my goodness! Just kill somebody broad daylight. You could have shot a innocent person on the freeway. And when did we have rivalry? We got to kill somebody because they diss us or something, or whatever the case may be. For you to gun somebody child down, a father, a brother, and now you going to jail for the rest of your life,
Mhm.
allegedly, or you're gonna get the death penalty. Cheesy Weezy.
Unfortunately, these idiots don't think that far. They just think, like, you know, life is nothing. Just whatever. Nobody's life matters.
I guarantee you, the moon, they sitting up in there now thinking their actions shoulda, coulda, woulda. But you ain't no shoulda, coulda, woulda, bro. You are here for a reason. So there is no
Mhm.
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
And that
Life.
all three of y'all is gonna be the property of the state, and
Mm,
they're gonna be getting free labor out of all y'all asses just because you wanted to orchestrate a murder for hire.
mm-hmm. The fuckery. I'm
Yeah.
Jesus. Nobody in the room had a Jiminy Cricket moment to say, bro, nah, man. Mm-mm. This some serious shit right here. Death penalty. No, nobody had a Jiminy Cricket moment. Just take somebody's child. Look where you
Yep.
at. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That's why these white people keep making them big prison.
You can get all that free labor,
Mm-hmm. Because of
unfortunately.
these stupid decision that people be making.
Yeah,
Lord.
and and we can also make another argument, that's by design due to systemic racism, honey, but we'll be here all day. So,
All,
All day.
all day. All damn day. Jeezy Weezy.
well, does anybody want to add anything about Mo 3 or those three idiots that orchestrated to have him killed before we go to the next story?
He shouldn't have run.
Nah. What we got next?
Baby, next. So now a lot of people how can I say this without sounding disrespectful? You know how you maybe go to the store or something and you see maybe somebody standing outside who maybe the neighborhood has maybe labeled them as a crackhead or whatever, but or maybe there's someone with mental health issues, but they keep ranting. But if you listen to the rant, then there's some truth in it a lot of times. So
Yeah, we got a lot
that's
of those here.
exactly. So now this is how I currently feel. I personally feel about Nicki Minaj at the moment because now even though the girl has ranted and has done some serious ranting, there is some truth to some of what she's been saying. And oh, not ill F her. We have F her in the comments. But
No,
no,
for real.
yeah, it's certainly F Nicki Minaj. However, what she is doing, and even if she's doing it for, for opportunistic reasons or whatever, she is still bringing attention to Demore Hadley, which we have talked about on this show. And we talked about it on June 2nd show about, the Rock Nation CEO, Desiree Perez, using her connections to have her daughter locked up in the mental ward. And we kind
Yes.
of talked about that,
Hmm.
it was possibly done because Demore's husband was allegedly abusive, but we don't know that. There's nothing that has reported that.
Hmm.
So Demore has she's interviewed with Nicki Minaj, she's interviewed with Jaguar Wright, and there's actually a radio personality that's coming out and saying, well, she's not surprised by any of this, when it comes to the Rock Nation CEO because the signs have been there and they've done something similar to me. So we're gonna talk about it.
Huh.
So yeah, I
I,
I certainly
but
think there's something there.
well, anybody going to talk to Jaguar, right? I feel like I give a side eye too, because I'm like, okay, okay, but go ahead, Auntie.
So yep, and I agree and I disagree, but and I'll tell you why after we read the article. So Nicki Minaj gets help from Nessa, who continues going at Rock Nation in new video. Now we won't watch the video because it's about a 9 minute long video, but it describes it great in this article here from All Hip Hop. So Nessa Diab, also known as Nessa Nitty on Hot 97, linked two of the most controversial names in hip hop and sports this week: Nicki Minaj and Colin Kaepernick. A blistering new video accuses Rock Nation of orchestrating a pattern of sabotage behind the scenes. The longtime radio host and partner of Colin Kaepernick hosted a nearly 10-minute clip on X on on Saturday, sorry. The video, titled Not New to This, Diab claimed Rock Nation has engaged in a long running smear campaign against Cap and Nicki Minaj. Minaj's recent viral accusations against Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez and Jay Z provided the spark for Nessa. She said what Minaj is dealing with echoes what she and Kaepernick lived through. It triggered me, Nessa said. They did it to Colin, they're doing it to her. Nessa's central grievance remains Rock Nation's 2019 deal with the NFL, a move pitched as a partnership for social justice and entertainment, but widely criticized for sidestepping the NFL's treatment of Kaepernick. The former 49ers quarterback was effectively frozen out of the league after kneeling during the national anthem in protest of police brutality in 2016. And this is the video here. Jay Z didn't speak to Colin before doing that deal. They used that partnership to make it seem like Colin was the problem, he says in the video. She says she personally overheard a phone call between Kaepernick and Jay following the announcement of the NFL Rock Nation partnership. According to her, Kaepernick made it clear he was blindsided and deeply disappointed. Colin told him he was not okay with it. He felt blindsided, and I heard it, she articulated in the video. From Nessa's point of view, Rock Nation's maneuvering was about silencing dissent from the people. He was ready, he was training every day. They just needed to pretend like he was the issue so they wouldn't lose control of the story, she continued. Nessa also alleges that Rock Nation is using similar tactics to discredit Nicki Minaj. Minaj accused the company of stalking, defamation, and targeted harassment. I saw myself in her posts, Nessa said. Jay Z, Perez, and Rock Nation have not publicly addressed Nessa's claims. She also said that a forthcoming documentary from Kaepernick will delve deeper into the matter. So, so that where's that say I wanted to read again, honey. Right. From Nessa's point of view, Rock Nation's maneuvering was about silencing dissent from the people. So, baby, I mean, one plus one is two. And when I say it out, I agree and disagree about when it comes to like going on Jaguar, right? Because yes, Jaguar is one of those people I was talking about, at the corner store that, doing a lot of ranting. But maybe there's some truth to some of what she's been saying. But the thing, when it comes to somebody like this, when you're speaking against a giant like Rock Nation, where else can you go? They pretty much own everything. Shit, they in partnership with the NFL. But Jaguar, people like Jaguar Wright, who really is not what's the word? She's not influenced by by corporate sponsorship, so she's gonna say whatever she wants to say. So
Whether it's
I think
right
that's
or
why some
wrong.
people right. So
Uh,
it's kind of when you're speaking out
yeah.
against Rock Nation, yeah, that's kind of I don't know.
Well, I feel like I feel like going after Rock Nation is easier than going after the NFL. And maybe they were brought in to clamp down some of the talk. I don't know what those deals were, but Colin was froze out for 3 years before he even got into the NFL. So that whole situation was already in motion. So, like, to put the blame on Jay Z is kind of weird to me because he can't make those NFL player owners hire you. That was a whole cabal before he even got there. Now, was he brought in to bring back the black people and get all the, you know, get it smooth that over so there was no more protest? Probably, maybe. And has Jay Z maybe done some shady deals? I know they was like Jermaine Dupri was offered the job. He told Jermaine, I don't know, that's what's been said. And so maybe that's, out of pocket. But to blame Jay Z over that before he was ever there is kind of weird to me. Um, and I don't know. I don't know who's doing a smear campaign on Nicki Minaj. I really haven't seen a smear campaign. I don't know where it's happening at. That's I'm kind of if fill me in on that because I hadn't seen anything. Only the thing I've seen is her acting crazy. But I mean, prove me wrong. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, like when it comes to like following Minaj, I don't really follow her unless like her if she's retweeted on my timeline. So that's usually when I'll see her rants or whatever. But so that's a good. So if there was a smear campaign, I certainly didn't see it, so I couldn't give any more information about it. But also, Moon,
Yeah.
thank you for, because that's some important context. You know, me not being a sports fan, I didn't know anything about that NFL like having that deal 3 years before, or already having that emotion before all of that happen. So that's good to know. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We just got a comment in the chat. Well, let me let my Jamaican queen go, and then I read that comment out loud. Oh my God.
No, no, no. Read the comment.
Oh, girl. Oh, well, we have a comment saying that Malcolm Jamal Warner has passed away. Let
Wait,
me
what?
let me Google this.
Not breaking news. No. Why? What?
Wait a minute, honey. Let me Google that real quick.
Let me go to your TMZ.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, Theo passed away.
Wait, what? Okay, start. What they say? Cause I'm driving and I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, wait, because I see something from TMZ that says remembering Malcolm Jamal Warner that was just released 10 minutes ago. Let me see. But then when you click on the link, it doesn't show anything. Um, so Too Fab, and I don't know if Too Fab is like it's on Yahoo as well. Okay, Yahoo represents TMZ as well. Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. But 2Fab also has this up here saying Malcolm Jamal Warner dead at 54. So, but I'm thinking maybe TMZ apparently he drowned. Maybe TMZ jumped the gun because why would they delete the article like that?
Yeah, I don't. I tried to Google. I don't see anything um yet. But I mean, if this is really fresh, I guess. But I didn't see anything.
I hope not. I truly hope not. But
He's too
we'll put a pin in
young.
this.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, Jamaican Queen. What were you gonna add?
Oh, no, no apology needed. I mean, it's a sad thing if it's true. I hope it's not true. I
So
mean,
do I. Oh Lord.
I'm not a fan of it, but I hope it's not true.
No, I was a fed up. Yeah, I think a lot of black millennials were a huge fan of the show he was on, Malcolm and Eddie, with him and Eddie Griffin. Honey, that was our show, especially with that. Eddie Griffin came up with that famous, like, "Go on, Nicolette, get to getting."
I
But
liked the show. I did. Did like the show though.
We had some good TV back in the day. I
Yeah,
tell you what.
yeah, we had some good TV man, but as his personal life, if it's true, but I don't.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
part that I'm associating with. But Lord help us, Jesus.
Yeah, he wasn't the best partner. I
Mm-mm.
remember reading about how he done kicked Regina King and her son out his house, honey. He said both of y'all gotta go.
Not the kid. The kid could stay, but you could go. But no, he said
Hmm.
y'all both gotta go. I remember reading that article too. Ooh, child. Mm.
Well, if this is true, condolences
I
to
know
him and
he
his
did this,
family.
our queen
He,
Regina King. Ah, what the
he
heck?
sure did, girl. He sure did.
That's the son that took
Mm.
his life too.
Yeah, she only had one child.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yep.
he sure did.
Oh, I guess. Mm. I mean, relationships, crazy things happen in relationships. That was weird. I mean, I don't like it, but you know, who am I to say she
Yep.
probably didn't need to go?
Not the kid that.
Right.
Yeah, but his personal life is not. It's very shady when it comes to the people, the women in his life. But
I
Auntie,
don't know
I
nothing
want
about
to
them.
know what was what's her name ranting about? What was she ranting about? And if you listen to it, there's some truth to it. I don't follow her because sometimes I feel like she bipolar.
No, for real.
Yeah,
Um,
Which one are you talking about, Nikki or Jaguar?
Nikki.
Oh, honey, she's been ranting about the Demore situation. She has said that Rock Nation sabotaged her. Jay Z cheated her out of I think what $100 million because he initially came to her with the title deal and then backed out of it behind the scenes. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but yeah, she's
hmm
been doing. These been some very. It's so much, honey, that it's a lot. But I'm sure. I
Well,
mean, if you say 10 things, one of them got to be true, right?
okay. So let's go from the all these artists signed up to do the title deal. No one is complaining but her. So
Yep.
everybody got their money but you. Nobody else had an issue. Nobody's come out to corroborate that with you. Like, yeah, that was, I mean, because it was white and black artists, big, big time artists.
Oh, I
So you the
remember.
only one?
You remember that day on Twitter? They were even
Yeah.
announcing. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, now what would be, why would he bring you in to build you up to just drop, like, that, one, that don't make no sense. Two, her accountability seems a little off the rocker for me. And I mean, people who don't want to take accountability for their mistakes like to blame everybody else. And then it's, of course, why not jump on this story of this young woman upset with her mother? First of all, that ain't none of your business. Like, why are you even speaking on that? That ain't got nothing to do with you. But you jumped on that because the mother is a CEO of Rock Nation. So, because you
Mm-hmm.
bitter and you mad or whatever. Who
Yep.
knows? Maybe the girl needed to go to the to the same go get locked up because they don't put people in those situations without some cause.
Oh,
They can't
oh,
just you can't just put somebody on a hold or mental hold without being caused. They don't do that. I
well,
don't know.
that's what Demore's attorney is alleging that Desiree did do. She did. So long story short, how that came about, they were saying how because she was, I guess, cool with Dr. Daniel Bober. Dr. Daniel Bober signed out on I think it's called the Baker Act in Florida or something like that, to where you can
Hmm.
put somebody involuntarily like commit someone if you feel that they're a danger to them
Yeah.
or themselves. but you have to evaluate that person yourself. And Dr. Bober did not evaluate her. Dr. Bober signed
Well,
up on that
then
paperwork. Yeah, that's
she
the
should be
thing.
investigated. So then that's where
Hmm.
we need to go. Okay, that's a mother and daughter family situation. What that got to do with Rock Nation? That's her employment. Like, what's that got to do with Jay Z? And if that
Cause
doctor did something
yeah,
shady, then he needs to be investigated, and then he needs to get in trouble for doing something he wasn't supposed to do.
agreed. I agree with you because all of them need to be investigated. But yep, and that's what I think the Rock Nation. Now, even though yes, Nikki is certainly using it to be opportunistic, I agree with that. But it is something she did use her Rock Nation connections. That's why Rock because she's using her connections through Rock Nation to make things like this happen. It's the falsifying like medical paperwork for me that I don't get down with, and that's why I'm kind of looking at it like
And then that doctor's shady, and then that doctor needs to be in trouble. Like,
yeah,
let's go for his license because if that's what he's doing, then that's not okay.
yep.
That is not okay. So why are we putting all the blame on? Let's come on, bring his ass to the carpet.
Yep, and I honestly think that's going to happen soon because this Desiree's attorney, that's the one who woke it up for everybody,
Uh-huh.
and I think they are
Uh-huh.
going to he's going to end up getting subpoenaed. I'm sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't think Nikki is taking accountability for how she fucked up. I feel
Yeah,
like there's something that she didn't do. They're saying she didn't sign or complete whatever she was supposed to complete. I don't know that. But for all of those people to be involved with that same type of deal, and you're the only one that's saying you didn't get your money, and your math ain't mathing either, because 3%, what you're supposed to get, and Jay-Z was supposed to have 80%, and he got 300 million. So how you supposed to have 1 to 200 million with 3%? I don't know. That I'm not a big math person, but them numbers ain't coming together quite right.
I guess
you're
that's
right.
why I said she bipolar.
And I'm
Yeah,
sorry, her judgment ain't too keen to me because she married her a whole
a
pedophile.
whole
Huh?
convicted rapist, honey.
And that was up there taking up for her pedophile brother.
Yep,
So her, to me, off of that, her reasoning, logic, and skills ain't all the way there.
yep.
So
That's that good old fashioned. Look over there. Don't talk about me. Let's talk. Look, don't talk about what I got going over here. Let's talk about CEO of Rock Nation and her daughter.
right, like girl, you married a whole pedophile that can't even go pick up the baby from school. Bye, girl, get out of here, please. I'm kind of sick of her and the way I mean, she's kind of making herself look foolish. Even if she did have a grain of okay, there's some truth. You have made yourself look so much like a fool. Like, how are people gonna take you seriously?
Right.
And if you really got cheated, all you should have did was file a suit. Like, why are you on the internet with us? You should be your lawyer
Hmm.
should be in the courthouse filing for your paperwork and get your money. Why how we did it?
Hmm.
How we
I
get in it?
agree. Hopefully, maybe she run into one of her an attorney who happens to be a barber, maybe represent her for free because she don't. There's been rumors about her being cheap and not like to paying people, but
Mm,
allegedly. So,
okay, allegedly. Mm-hmm.
but I find Nikki to be very entertaining. I know a lot of people over it, but I
I
just
know, yeah. You love that
I
mess.
love mess.
You love mess. That's why you like. Go ahead, girl. Keep going.
Keep it messy. Well, speaking of messy and weird, honey, our next story, Justin Bieber, because y'all remember I said I can't prove it, but I think he's in a Christian cult that's taking all his money.
And I
So
believe
he,
that.
yes, and he actually just posted a weird type post. So I have it here from
Uh-oh.
TMZ. Justin Bieber says no need to be clean to be good with God. Cricket post amid drug use allegations. So
Oh,
Justin Bieber's
baby.
dropping hints about his drug use, and it seems he's not ready to quit anytime soon, judging by his
Mm,
cryptic repost anyway. The singer posted a clip on yesterday, Sunday, from DMX's 2013 Ayanla Fix My Life appearance, where Ayanla Van Zant asked the rapper if he wanted to live clean. And let's just say his hesitation spoke volumes. So
mm,
this is what Justin posted.
mm.
Want to live your life as a clean man. Um, when you say clean, no weed, no drinking, nothing. Nothing. Why? Why? No. You don't want to live your life clean. Why would don't want is to why? Because it makes you a clear, pure vessel for the voice of God. That's why. I think I'm exactly where I need to be with God.
Well, oh, so yep, that was it. So, Steve says, still, what exactly
Unfortunately.
Justin wanted to convey with the DMX clip is anyone's guess, especially since his rep told TMZ back in February about the rumors about him using hard drugs are completely false. Of course, that gets subjective, as Justin, like many other people, might not view weed and alcohol as hard drugs. Whatever his intent, Justin's cryptic post continues to freak out fans who have been on high alert about his well-being.
Honey, DMX is not the person you want. That shouldn't be your poster child, baby, because he died. His heart gave out. Baby, that ain't the one. That ain't
I'm
the
sorry.
example.
Boone, I feel terrible for laughing.
What? But it's the truth. That ain't a good example. Baby, DMX is not with us no more, okay?
You are absolutely right. You say, yeah, that should be, yeah, baby, because he died. His heart gave
That,
out.
that ain't the example you want. Now, if he would have posted a little, Robert Downey Jr.,
Right.
I would have said, okay, bounce back, Justin, bounce back. But DMX ain't the one, baby. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. So I don't know. Justin needs help. I think, and this happens to a lot of young superstar entertainers, and it's so sad and scary that they they get taken advantage of so bad, and their mental health is gone. Like between the church cult, and the way he was thrust into such a superstar situation, and family, took advantage of that allegedly, because they kind of left his ass for dead. Because my
Hmm.
baby couldn't be out there doing that. I don't care how big he got. I'm still your mama. Now let's come on now. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I just hate that for him, because he definitely does not look like he's well most of the time, unfortunately.
Yeah. At least the church is letting him use their credit card to get whatever drugs he want, allegedly, allegedly. At least they doing that for him. But man, I mean, if you know what I know about cults, honey, and I think we should all know about cults, is that it never really turns out good for the followers. Like,
No, unless they get out. That's the only time it's good, if they break free.
hmm
Unfortunately, I hate that for him, because yeah, that little scissor, when he came out for that, I was like, oh, he's not doing too well. But I hope he doesn't end up like a lot of other famous celebrities that you know that just didn't make it, because yeah, this fame is a hell of a drug, and it's it's not good.
and I hate to say this, but maybe he's very much aware, and maybe that DMX clip was deeper than what we think. He probably is maybe telling us something.
Maybe
You know
he
what I'm saying?
ready to go. Like, if I go, I
Yeah.
go. Oh yeah.
hmm Well, speaking of going, unfortunately, and this is why we need to. This is why I'm like so anti-gun. I don't like being around because it's too many accidents that happens, and Let me get the next story. So, are y'all familiar with Dog the Bounty Hunter? I'm sure. Well,
Yes, Auntie.
his current wife actually just lost her grandson. So, let me get that story. It's just so it's senseless. I hate gun violence. Like, ugh. So, Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife's son accidentally shoots and kills grandson. Dog the Bounty Hunter's family is going through a personal tragedy because his stepson shot and killed his step grandson in what we're told was an accidental shooting. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Gregory Zecca, son of Dog's wife, Francie, shot his 13-year-old son Anthony in a freak accident at their apartment in Naples, Florida on Saturday night. This is them here, Anthony and Greg. Law enforcement confirms to us they responded to a call about a shooting around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They haven't made any arrests and call this an isolated incident. The investigation is ongoing. Dog and Francie, through a representative, tell TMZ, we are grieving as a family over this incomprehensible tragic accident and will ask for continued prayers as we grieve the loss of our beloved grandson, Anthony. They are asking for privacy at this time. Zecca is Francie's son from her previous marriage. Francie and Doug married back in 2021 after each of their spouses passed away. They said they bonded over their shared grief. Greg works with Dog on his bounty hunting team alongside Chapman's daughter, Lissa. So that's just so freaking sad, man. And that's them. That's the grandson here. That is so sad. Put them guns away. Look, eradicate guns, damn it. But why weren't the guns locked away? Exactly. And why weren't there any arrests? Like, well, we know why. But still, like, and Marcia, you can say, like, does, I'm sure, is, let me, I can Google this. Is Florida an open, because I
Oh
know it's
yeah,
a
oh
stand your
yeah,
ground. Is it an open carry? So
oh
they are
yeah,
open carry. Okay.
and they even DeSantis has even relaxed some of the laws. But if he is an adult that is trained to use weapons, how do you accident? Like I'm trying to figure out why would you have the gun out with the kid around if you're cleaning it or whatever. So how do you accidentally do that? Like people always talk about accident. How? That sounds kind of. I'm not. I'm trying to figure out how the
Weird.
accident happened. Like what?
You accidentally get pregnant.
Yo, I I just uh I'm just trying to see like it because if there was someone like you and I and we were to quote unquote accidentally shoot someone, I think we would be arrested whether it was an accident or not. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
why wasn't was he not arrested just because he's Dog's stepson? Like
You know,
I
this is Florida.
yeah. You're
This
right. Yeah.
Florida. Remember, this is Florida, especially where they live. That's like what's that? St. Pete,
Naples, I think it said.
Post near St. Yep. Them rich white people over there. Sure is.
Oh, okay. Well, that adds a lot of much needed context. Well, that's that on that. We have some comments like, why weren't the guns locked away? Yes. I don't even like handling them. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, condolences to the family. That is just sad.
Where did Moon go? She left.
No, I'm
She's
here.
here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Moon gonna be a Floridian. Moon,
Al.
Some point. At some point.
Moon. Everybody got a gun. Moon.
Well,
E-
they've been had guns. I
e-
already know.
Ever since he slacked on the gun thing, cause before you used to need what do you call that? A carrying permit.
Oh yeah. Now you don't need one. Yeah, that was part of the.
hmm It's like me doing my citizenship paperwork. one of the questions if you have a gun permit. That's a gun permit, sir. He said, yeah. I said, I don't like guns. I don't know if that was a bad.
Hmm.
I told him I didn't like no gun. No.
Now, I personally don't like any guns, but my shooters and my goons, they love them. So,
Exactly. Exactly. I'm in that same boat. I'm like, I don't like them. And you know what? I also don't trust myself. My temper gets a little too crazy.
Exactly,
I
Mooney.
probably don't need one.
Mm-hmm. Cause I'm the same way. That's why I say I don't need one, Moon.
But I
Uh,
also, being in a home by myself, sometimes I feel like I should have something here. So I don't know. I'm always torn by it.
I feel you. Well, speaking of being torn, y'all, I think I might have to let 50 Cent go. I don't think he my man anymore.
What? Oh Lord, breaking news. Oh Lord.
oh Lord, somebody
That breaking news.
call TMZ.
Yes,
Lord
honey.
have mercy.
And the shift happened when that last story that we did. Well, one of the last stories that we did about him was how he was accused of sexual assault, but what he did was like he pretty much used the court system to bury that story. And I was like, that's not now because I don't get down with abuse or abusers. So and now what something he just did recently, I'm like, okay, wow, the signs are there. This man is definitely an abuser. So 50 Cent to first baby mama, I own your life rights, child. Now this story actually came out last week when we were on our little break, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But I'm bringing it to because it really does need to be talked about. And baby, 50 Cent talk about pretty much doing a Nicki Minaj look over there, honey. What you don't know is that your time is coming because it's getting out there. So anyway, 50 Cent's publishing company is suing his baby mama for telling stories about him online, claiming she signed over her life rights years ago. G Unit Books is suing Shaniqua Tompkins, 50's ex, with whom he shares 28-year-old son Marquise Jackson. And this is her here. G Unit claims Shaniqua shit. Irrevocably and exclusively, sorry y'all, that word just beat my ass, sold the rights of her life uh, to the company, adding she agreed she would not publicly disclose, exploit, or otherwise commercialize any aspect of her life story or related rights way back in 2007. Fast forward to 2023, and G Unit claims Shaniqua dropped a YouTube video titled Other Side of the Coin. The description of the video claims to tell the untold truth of how she helped to build the G Unit legacy and how Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, who wouldn't be who he is today without her. And then just last month, G Unit claims she took to Instagram to capitalize on speculation around the identity of the witness in the Diddy trial to grow her own brand, which she wrote, "Fun fact, I ain't never sell no, cat emoji." They say this brought her attention, and she not only started to discuss Diddy's trial, but also told more stories from her past with 50 Cent. G Unit is suing her for a breach of contract and asked the courts to prevent her from posting more social media videos. They're also asking for at least 1 million at trial. We've reached out to Shaniqua. So far, no word back. Baby, an abuser trying to silence his victim. That's all I see, honey.
Well, I mean, that whole situation with the son that he why would you sell what? That whole selling over your life rights in 2007, girl, what what is that even what? Mm.
This man, he clearly likes to use the court against people. Like he use the legal. So he's very litigious, honey. And but my thing, you can be litigious with certain things, but when it comes to like silencing your former partners and stuff like that, that just reeks of abusive behavior. So
Oh yeah.
go ahead, Jamaica Queen.
Uh, she did what with her life?
Signed it over apparently, allegedly in 2007 to G Unit Books, and was told to not like try to commercialize or pretty much don't try to make don't talk about her life and try to make money off of it. Basically, is what they said that she signed back in 2007.
So your boyfriend is a punk, and he doing like the white people, like that girl at the job talk about. I'm gonna sue you for assault. Sue you while she getting her ass whooped. So,
Yep.
he doing like, oh my god. So when you talk to people like that, you have to sign your life over. This sound like a some demon voodoo shit. Like, sign
Mm.
soul over to the devil or some shit like that. That don't sound litigious.
I think that's a good metaphor. Signing over your life to the devil. That is a good metaphor, honey.
Yeah,
Cause mm-mm.
cause ain't no way somebody talk about sign here. Why sign your life over for what? Uh no
Well,
her.
I've been said Curtis ain't no good, but Auntie, I'm glad you finally coming around. You know, some
Next,
days better than no day.
next
Yeah,
thing we need to
right.
wish for is the McRib. There is a Lord Jesus.
Oh no, you might as well hang that up flat screen because that my love for the McRib is not going anywhere. Honey, they have been trying since Jesus walked on earth, honey, and it's not happening. I cannot be
Look
moved
here,
when it comes to that McRib.
look here. That McRib gonna go off the what you call it, the menu before. That's the only way you gonna give it up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take it away from my cold dead hands, honey.
Mm, not hold that hand, Auntie. Lord help me, Jesus. Father God, help me.
Well, our next story now, and we have a comment saying yes, 50's my ex-boyfriend. Thank you for that clarification. Yes, he's my ex now. Sorry, Curtis, but Curtis, baby, this is not a good look. It's not at all. You should be ashamed of yourself. Well, anyway, our next story. Are you all familiar with the 85 South guys, where those three guys
Yeah.
who do the tour?
Ooh, yes. Oh, I think I know what you're gonna talk about. And
Uh,
honey,
it ain't that good, hun. That is juicy, honey, because Rick Ross calls himself trying to beef with them or whatever.
where his
And
raggedy at?
I happen to love the guys from 85 because I'm actually a huge fan of Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, and that's where I like was introduced to to all three of those guys. But it consists of, for those who don't know, 85 South consists of Carlos Miller, um, Chico Bean, and DC Young Fly, who I adore DC Young Fly as a stand-up comedian. He is hilarious. If you all have not seen him do stand-up, he is so funny. But anyway, so they were talking recently about how Rick Ross was coming on their podcast, the 85 South podcast, to interview with them. He says he has to go to the bathroom early, and then he leaves, but then all of a sudden they see him on a white person's podcast. So I have this link from Vibe that pretty much summarizes everything really beautifully. And says DC Young Fly insulted that Rick Ross ditched 85 South for a white's podcast. And Rose responds. So I'm just going to read these two quick paragraphs. So Rick Ross and DC Young Fly have reignited conversation about that time Rose dipped out of his 85 South interview for a bathroom break and never came back. The topic resurfaced last week when DC Young Fly appeared on the Rory and Mal podcast and revisited the infamous sit down. According to DC, the issue wasn't just that Ross left prematurely, it's that he left to do another interview with the white platform that he felt would ask him career damaging questions. Meanwhile, he said on his show they had every intention of keeping things respectful with the boss. And we have a series of videos that summarize everything done by the Shade Room. So thank you, Shade. Load. And I don't know why they have it out of order, but I have the sequence order here. So first we're going
Beth,
to
and then I
watch this one.
have y'all had a chance to talk to Ross? since he walked off on
Man,
y'all?
we were just talking to Angie Martinez about that yesterday.
We in Atlanta, so we run into him all the time. He car show, so it ain't never been no hard feeling.
Yeah.
I don't want to say no hard feeling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say first of all, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get it.
But I give a fuck because
Try to make it
with
bad.
you as a person.
Yeah.
We the type of people that will never bring up nothing that we feel like that can be diminished to your career or anything. We some real.
Yeah.
The moment you leave our show, you went and did a podcast, a white podcast. You sat your ass right there for almost 2 hours
And didn't leave.
and you talked. And the white folk asked you, was you a correctional officer?
Yeah.
We would have never asked you no shit like that.
Right.
Got respect for you.
Right.
And you sat right there and you answered that question so eloquently, like it wasn't even disrespect.
So that's one of this, and then the second part.
I get to sit back and watch that shit like, damn, what's the difference between them and us?
Okay.
Now I feel disrespected.
Right.
Don't do us like that. And it's still love, but
Yeah.
don't do us like
Yeah,
that.
no, I respect
bro.
that. I respect that.
It did not stop me from listening to his music. Do I be a little angry as I'm listening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I be like,
Yeah.
when he come on, I be like,
Yeah. Turn.
no, I cut it off. I be like,
Yeah.
but see,
DC is a hot mess. So Rick Ross actually saw that and responded. So let's look at Rick Ross's response. Let me get that here.
Little bro, listen, man. I came to your podcast. I came for free, homie, no charge. I did it on Face, homie. I didn't ask you what your analytics was and this and that. I came on Face, homie, to show love. And don't make it like I walked off on you. I left early. Rose had some other things to do too. But guess what? I came for free. I wasted that nice Gucci jacket on that look, man. I couldn't even really wear my Gucci jacket again. But I did it for love. And next time I come for free, at least have me some lemon pepper wings. Stop at that. You heard me? But I came for free. I ain't charge you. Feel me? Don't talk about Rose other business. I came and did that. And what is the analytics? How the show doing anyway, man? I come back on it, and when I'm gonna walk off that the next time, and it's
Now I don't know why Rick Ross would think posting something like that would make him look likable, but that was that was not cute. Ricky Rose, that was
No. Well, first of all, who pays people? I mean, besides like interview, like TV shows, they don't pay you to come there. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh well, yeah, unless you like on the union. Like I know the Wendy Williams show, they pay their guests and stuff because of the union, whatever. But
That's
yeah,
on
when it comes
TV.
to
Yeah, yeah,
podcasts, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, podcasts, no, you don't get unless you going on like something huge like some kind of Spotify sponsorship, but no. Because and
Well,
just so you
right.
know, any guest coming on AuntieDares.com, you will not be paid. I maybe pay you with a hug, but
Like, wait, what? And, and like he doing them a favor. Like that, he's just so he's another one. Put him in the 50 cent bucket. I'll be so tired of him too with his
well,
fake ass.
I'm
That's why
glad
he
you
left.
said that, Boom, because you know
Hmm.
what? DC Young Fly agrees with you. So DC Young Fly actually
He
caught
do.
wind of this response, and
Hmm.
he had some things to say to Rick Ross himself. So let's watch what DC Young Fly had to say, and it's separated in 4 video clips.
Don't come for DC now, please.
No come for DC. Hello. Well, it's probably not a good idea too, because one, he's funnier than you, and he will annihilate you, and that
Okay.
he did in this clip. So we about to watch it.
Rouse, big homie. First of all, you know it love. Second of all, I got to call a spade when it's a spade. You say you did it for free. Everybody do it for free, Rouse. You ain't the nigga. Boosie did it for free. T.I. do it for free. Busta Rhymes did it for free. Snoop Dogg did it for free. Everybody who sat on that couch do it for free. Now, that wasn't the biggest moment. Now, that's one of the viral moments, but Boosie episode 8 million. Got Country Wayne like 6, 7 million. Like, we do numbers, we do analytics. Our analytics We was the biggest before you came, and we was the biggest afterwards. So you always got room to come back to be on the biggest podcast in the world, correct? You dig what I'm saying? But when you call a spade, it get hot. And where you gotta go to cool off, I'm going to talk to my little homie DC in the pool because it's hot. I got to get in the pool because it's too hot outside. And August 2nd, y'all make sure y'all go to his pool party. Cause I'm not gonna be there, but you said I was gonna be there, Ross. But that's false advertising. I didn't say give me a check, but get the free promo because we family. Push up to his pool party. Y'all push up because I'm gonna be in Philadelphia telling these jokes. But everybody can get some money. Push up to the pool party. But Ross, don't do that. And the jacket, you wore the jacket for no reason. Well, let me buy that mother Gucci jacket up off you then. So I can tell my son, I bought this from a who left. He said that he wore it for no reason. It was a waste. So since we didn't pay you, I'm gonna pay you for the Gucci jacket. Because if I give you some money, I'm gonna want something. Give me that jacket. Since you want some money. But you know we love you. Push up. And you said something about the wings. Make sure we had the wings. If your ass would have stayed, you would have knew we had 200 of them goddamn wing stop. They was in the back. You remember when you went to the back, you the bathroom, you just left? It was 200 wing stop wing. As a matter of fact, lemon pepper. We knew you were gonna with it, but you didn't eat it. And we respect niggas got dude, bro. Just tell us as soon as you come in, hey little homies, I got an hour. Bet we gonna try to get you in. Man, we gonna try to get you in about 45 minutes so you can make it to your next destination. Don't pull up and like you doing us a favor and then just leave up without saying something. Just say something so we can know what's going on, gang. We ain't tripping. But push back up. Your team, we called your team. We called the person who we called when you was on the way. Guess what they said? We don't know where he going. So Rouse, get at the pool and give me a call. So we can so we can get it together. I love you, big homie. We out. Every day I'm hustling.
I don't know about y'all, but every time he did the Rick Ross voice, my ass fell to the floor. So get at the pool, bro. That boy is a, but you see all that T he spelled? He said, well, first of all, don't nobody get paid, just like Moon confirmed. Don't nobody get paid for these interviews when it comes to these podcasts. They talked to the team. The team said he ain't had no, they don't know what he got on his schedule. He ain't got nothing to do. And they said, had you would have told us that you had somewhere to be, we would have did it quickly. And you, but you sitting here try to act like you're doing us a favor. When no, it's not. They said Bootsy, ugh. Ti, ugh. Busta Rhymes, that's a half ill. But they all
Snoop
came on the
L.
podcast. Yeah, Snoop ill. But they all came and were not paid. So what makes Rick Ross ass think he can go in and then talking about some the show analytics? Boy, fuck you. The hell you need to see my analytics for?
But
Fuck
y'all,
you.
you ain't putting out no music. You ain't doing nothing. You know what? Now I will say Drake was right. You didn't have no hit until I gave you one. You wasn't charting until I charted you. Bu- bu-
Yeah, he's not being likable. He used to be
he never
likable.
is. Well, before he start talking, before social
Yeah.
media, but he start talking. I was like, oh Lord,
So why was he in the pool?
because he's stupid.
I don't get that part. I'm confused with that part.
Don't be confused, girl. He think he was being cute,
He's
and he was.
extra.
Oh, oh, he was just being extra.
Yeah, because what he was promoting was because that's how he always do some shit like that. He starts shit with people. He's very passive aggressive, and then he'll go and like get on social, acting like he's responding to the people, but promoting something while responding. Because he said he was promoting his pool party that's gonna be happening. happening on August 2nd, and then they're gonna tag that DC Young Fly was gonna be there when DC Young Fly is actually gonna be in Philadelphia doing comedy. So he said, and then remember when him and DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club got into a back and forth, and when he called himself responding to DJ Envy, he quit on talking just like this, Russ. But he was promoting his car show. So he does stuff like that. He's a very passive aggressive jackass, from what it looks like here.
Bro, these people here. Mm-mm-mm.
Well, shout out to 85 South. Those that it's just refreshing to see like some funny ass comedy. And one thing they don't, I mean, they do some cringy jokes sometimes, but they don't like. They're not like a lot of your typical black male comedians who like shit on LGBTQ people to get their jokes off. They are actually funny as fuck, and I really appreciate them doing the work to be funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and I will say Nick Cannon does assemble a good crew of like quick comic comedians like on their feet that
Hmm.
those skills are very hard to you know come across. Everybody ain't got that on your toes, quick witted comedy like that.
Right.
And those people are
He was.
vicious. Don't play with them.
Exactly. He was right about everybody except Emmanuel Hudson. Emmanuel Hudson can go. But everybody else, yeah, he usually has a good eye and an ear for comedy. He knows funny when he sees it and he promotes it. So I guess that's one thing I do appreciate about Nick Cannon's ass with his breeding kink.
Okay? And he don't need to do no damn relationship podcast. Please, please, sir. I need you to sit down and learn your kids' names and birth dates. Do that.
But the only reason I don't mind it is simply because he's going to have experts on the show. So it's not going to just be him talking. He's going to be talking with the experts. And so I guess I appreciate that. But nighttime is what he should have been doing in the first place. He should not have his ass on daytime TV.
Mm, 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 mm.
And
I,
remember, I've said that. I said I do not expect this show to last past one season. And you see, I hate that I wasn't wrong, but I knew it.
well, I mean, you saw it. You could have saved the network a lot of money. Um, I mean, I guess he needed that money for them kids. Or he always hustling, but mm, he don't need to be doing no relationship show. I don't care if he do get experts. Sit down.
You said I
You
don't
need
give
to
a
stay.
damn if it is with an X. I don't want to hear it.
I don't. He needs to stay far away from that. Stay away from that. You the wrong messenger. You the wrong messenger.
Go ahead, Jamaican Queen.
Moon made me burn my plantain up. I'm done with Moon.
What? I'm just saying.
Look, not Auntie could have saved it. The executive of the TV could some money because that show was not gonna be. Look here, I'm telling you, I'm still laughing on the guy that was talking about the dude in the pool. I'm still laughing. Ah,
That
Lord,
was a hot mess.
who who had pool party at his age? Ain't he about 50? Who
Child,
a pool party
Mhm.
and promote it and you have to pay? Who does that at his age?
Rick
Child.
Ross.
Exactly. He liked it because all he is it's really like light skinned girls and they twins, so he got to do something that appeals to them. Allegedly, allegedly.
I mean, if the patterns start patterning,
And what I hated, because I don't want to say it was a waste. Going back to the Nick Cannon daytime show, because the one thing it did do was it behind the scenes there were a lot of like women of color, a lot of on that staff and stuff like that making things happen. So I hate that those people were out of work. But what I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they should have done, this, y'all probably right. I should have been a strategist on that because I'm a bitch who does nothing but watch daytime TV. And once I
Mm-hmm.
knew when you think about men, especially men who have their own show on black men rather, black men on daytime TV who have their own show, you think of people like it's not many. There was Michael
Mm-mm.
Strahan, and I think there was Boris Kojo at one point. He did it with his wife Nicole, but that didn't last long. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. So I could. So now you're gonna take when you do
Wait,
put a
wait,
black
wait.
man, huh?
Montel had a show.
Oh,
Was
Montel.
that in
Yep,
the?
yep.
I was thinking, wait, the only other, yeah, because I didn't even know Boris and Nicole had a show. What?
Yeah, I think that was only like in the New York market and stuff.
Mm.
Because I did see because it came on at the same time as the View, so I kind of knew then it wasn't gonna do well. But
What, what about that other black guy that used to work with Eddie Murphy? What's his
oh,
name?
Arsenio Hall, he's nighttime.
Oh,
That was
he.
nighttime. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But shoot, that I mean, hell, you ain't seen nobody else really since then. Nighttime.
Yeah, so then when you decide to put a black man, give it a black man his own talk show, you're gonna put a womanizer who has like some how many kids, like several
Ugh.
kids on. This was not gonna work from the beginning. Y'all should somebody should have on that team should have been smart enough to be like, I don't know,
And
because
he's a cornball, and he's corny. Like he's not even funny. Funny. Now he could bring funny people together, but he's not funny. Funny.
right. Well, but what he did have like comedic writers, or he had like Spanky and Godfrey. So it could have worked if it was somebody other than Nick. But the problem
Hmm.
was women. It's mostly women who watch daytime TV, and they don't want to
Hmm.
see a womanizer.
No,
They, so
a
I knew that wasn't
openly
gonna work for them.
womanizer too. I'm finna have a bunch of kids. Ooh, boy, bye.
Mhm.
Yeah, that wasn't their target audience at all.
But
Mm-mm.
I will say though, when I went to the studio audience, I had a good time. It was a fun time, but I
Hmm.
just knew it was not going to work.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're right about that.
those outfits that he wore that had me.
What station was that? I don't even remember what network was that on.
Fox.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was on New York and Fox in New York. Maybe it came on another network somewhere else.
Oh, shoot, you're right.
Maybe Fox
I don't know.
to do a write off. Yeah.
That was a money laundering scheme.
Look here, that's plausible.
Write off and say, yeah, let's put this on there and see what we can get out of this. So, you know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, that falls right under the Mattress Firm stores and Arby's. Where are they getting their money from?
Well, hold up now, not
Girl,
too much on Arby's.
girl, I have never seen any customer going in the mattress firm. Okay?
There's one right by my nail salon. That thing be empty every time I go in over there.
Every time.
I
Y'all
don't
better
know.
be quiet on this recorded line. Don't you be talking about these crime mobs. We'll talk about
Allegedly,
this
allegedly,
offline.
allegedly,
Allegedly,
allegedly.
allegedly,
Alleged,
honey.
alleged.
Oh, um,
Well,
yeah.
well, I got three more stories left. Now this next one, shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Are you familiar with Freddie Gibbs? He's a
Yes, rapper.
okay, rapper. Yep, rapper and actor. A very good comedic actor, by the way. Because I always tell people every chance I get, there's a show called Bust Down on that came on Peacock. It only has one season, but it was a comedy and it was very funny. And Freddie Gibbs, what you were talking about earlier, Moon, like when it comes to Nick Cannon, finding like when it comes to comedic timing and stuff, you either have it or you don't. And Freddie Gibbs definitely has it. He was hilarious in that show. He played the manager of their warehouse that they were working at or something like. But he was a hot mess. But what he is doing, he's bridging the gap between like hip hop, like between straight men and gay men. Because now he actually just announced that he's going to be doing a joint album with Kate Renata. I saw this. I said, "Oh my God!" Shout out to Freddie Gibbs for that.
Is Kate Renata a beat maker person?
He is a producer. Yep, super producer.
Okay. I've heard of him. I've heard songs, but I don't know much about Kate Renata. So, and then I'm sure you're telling me he's part of the LGBTQ community.
He is indeed. He's openly
Okay.
part of the LGBTQ community from Canada, but
Okay.
he's worked with a lot of people. He has great
Oh yeah,
music,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah. So I have like a 2.5 minute clip about Freddie Gibbs. I don't even know if it's 2.5 minutes. I'm sorry, but I have a little clip with Freddie Gibbs announcing that joint album with Kate Renata. So give me 1 second. Let me pull that up. Ugh, I hate seeing that X. It's Twitter, damn it.
His mama named him Twitter. His name gonna be Twitter.
It should be coming up anytime soon. Okay, okay. Just like Happy said, that Monday bandwidth. Okay.
I was with Kate Renata.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Like what was that? That was probably a couple months ago. And we made a new song like this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Sorry, I just noticed that the video isn't sharing, so let me reshare it. Okay, that's better. And let me rewind to the beginning. There we go.
I was with Kate Renata.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Like what was that? That was probably a couple months ago. And we made a new song. So I was like, all right, let's just make a whole album like this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna be the next thing after
Album? His time is
Canada. So after after we
Auntie?
run this Alfredo hurricane tornado thing for the next, you know what I'm saying, year or two, maybe my album Kate Renata. Because I already started.
Okay.
I started working on. I was finishing up Alfredo. Really, I was really inspired by Ty Dolla Sign. Ty Dolla Sign probably one of the best musicians that I've ever been in the studio with, all around, totally. When it comes to singing, producing, playing live, rapping, like he does it all. He's like a Swiss Army knife video. You know what I mean? So the month and a half or so that I got to spend with him in Italy when we were
when you were
when we were working with Vultures, that was a real it was like I feel it, and I go finish. Kate Renata is with Ty.
Okay.
So me and Ty joint is definitely one of R&B. I'm the king of R&B. So
So yeah, shout out to him. So I see some comments saying that the video was echoing for some of you. Was that true
Yeah.
for everybody?
Yeah. It sounded like it was
Oh,
playing that first time you were playing it, and then that second one. So it was, yeah, it had a kind of ugly echo.
oh, well, I apologize. Well, so anyway, what he said through the echoes was that he will be doing a joint album with Kata after he, finishes the promotion with his current album that's out right now, the Alfredo mixtape. So
Hmm.
he's gonna be planning on, and it was actually Ty Dolla Sign that inspired him to do that because the first
Hmm.
song that he ever did with Kaytranada has Ty Dolla Sign on it.
Yeah, and
So
he
I'm
was
I'm
saying how
personally
Ty
I
Dolla Sign
think Ty
was
Dolla
it
Sign is
was
an Aries
good.
King. I'm a fan of his. I love his. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, that's that on that. Does anybody want to add anything on Freddie Gibbs, Kaytranada, or Echoes before we go to the next story?
Um, that would be bringing up his. I was like, when you say Freddie Gibbs, I'm like, what happened to that? His little situation with the porn star that he got pregnant and left.
Chat. That's a good question. I do not even know, honey, because yeah, the only thing I remember about Freddie Gibbs, honey, is him bent over. Because she wasn't she the one, the girl who does the sex work. She was the one who leaked that video, and him bent over with that ass spread. Like always. I mean, woo, honey. I mean, he had that Tootsie Cat open, honey.
I ain't shit for bringing that up, but
Hey, look, bring it up. Look, we ain't the news. We just read it. So, but that's that on that. Well, our next story, honey. DJ Mustard and his because I can't remember. This is another story that we talked about on the previous show. DJ Mustard and his wife. going through some things, or excuse me, his ex-wife going through some things, and they are actually still going through it now, honey. And she actually took her because he apparently she keeps trying to call him to talk about their son. He's not answering the phone, but he posting on social media about him being engaged to another girl and stuff like that. So it's all messy.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
unfortunate.
it is, honey. So I have this Hollywood Unlocks article here. DJ Mustard's ex-wife Chanel Tahiri slams him and says, "Take your L and move on," while congratulating him and Brittany Stroud on apparent engagement. So that's that right there. So in yikes, DJ Mustard and the ex-wife Chanel Tahiri is slamming him, while also congratulating him on his apparent engagement to his girlfriend and the latest child's mother, Brittany Stroud. In 2022, Mustard, who's 35, filed for divorce from Tahiri, 33, after less than 2 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. The divorce was finalized in October of 2024. That's probably when we talked about it when the divorce was finalized. Before this, the two got engaged in 2018 and married in 2020 after being together since they were 19. The couple share two sons and a daughter. Mustard and Brittany Stroud made headlines in June of 2024 when they hosted a baby shower. The following month, the two welcomed their first child together, a baby girl. Since then, on Sunday, Chanel Tahiri went all the way off on her ex husband on social media. While taken to her Threads account, Tahiri fired off. "I have never in my life met anyone more bitter than the person I am forced to deal with. How did a simple, 'can I have the football schedule,' turn into you updating your relationship status? Sir, I could give a fuck less if y'all engage. Congrats. Can someone please send me the motherfucking schedule now? Damn, I'm really annoyed. I've asked everyone on that side for my baby stuff and they keep ignoring me. Insane." In a second post, Chanel Tahiri continued to slam DJ Mustard and his fiancee Brittany Stroud. She went off. "Your fiance riding around with our son, and I'm not in the car seat. I say something about this, and once again is met with an ignore. My child's safety will never be, oh, excuse me, my child's safety will never in life be taken lightly. Everyone will respect me as those kids' mother, or I'll take it each and every time. Now run me that football schedule." In a third post, she continued to slam Mustard, stating, "Now please find something safe to do besides playing with me on the back end, yet presenting yourself happy to the world. Clown." And she put a clown emoji. She followed up with one last word for him, declaring, "I can't stand a man who can't just take his L and move on." Child. So this was the
I want to know what's his L, because didn't he filed for divorce for her? So what's the L?
I, I have no clue, girl. So I guess what I got from what she was saying, and I could be wrong, but it was in terms that she tried to say, "Hey," because I think they have a really bad relationship, so they don't even really like talking to each other unless it has something to do with the child. So she asked us, "Hey, so he supposed to be starting football? I guess football season coming up or whatever, whatever." She asked for his practicing schedule. I don't know. But then instead of him responding to her, giving him the schedule, he gonna announce the wedding. Me and it trying to make it seem like I don't know. That's what I guess. I guess she's trying to say that Mustard's trying to make it seem like doing that to make her jealous. Who knows? But then again, maybe the girl could be a narcissist. Maybe maybe she thought this was about her, and maybe there's a reason that I don't know. Who know? But this is messy. That's what I do know. So take your L and move on, Mustard, or you take your L and move on, Chanel. Whoever has the L, take it and move on. Well, does anybody want to add anything before we talk about another L with our last story? All right, well, our last story, honey. So I'm sure y'all are familiar with the rap icon Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan. So he is actually going back and forth with a landlord from in Newark, New Jersey, about a dispensary that he had open. And this is actually this is one of those stories that I do maybe sense some racism. However, maybe y'all should have got some paperwork, but I think y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about once we read the story. So let me share this screen here. So Raekwon calls out landlord over 500K cannabis dispensary dispute. So Raekwon says his cannabis venture in Newark never had a fair shot, claiming he and his team were hoodwinked by their landlord after a judge ordered the closure of his dispensary, Hastoria, over more than $500,000 in unpaid rent and fees. The ruling came down after BMHC LLC, the property owner, filed suit alleging months of missed payments. However, Raekwon's crew said that there's more to the story. They argued they had a verbal agreement to pause or adjust rent payments during extended construction delays and permitting issues tied to the city of Newark, which left the business unable to generate income. And this is do you have a video of him talking about the dispensary here? We were hoodwinked, and while it's a very sad outcome, we will have our day in court, Raekwon told TMZ Hip Hop. According to Hastoria representatives, the landlord not only ignored their rent arrangement, but also allowed an unlicensed dispensary to operate next door. That illegal shop, they say, attracted repeated police raids and damaged the reputation of their legal business, which had branded itself as legal as fuck to make the compliance clear. The team behind Hastoria, which marketed itself as a black owned business, says they face constant regulatory hurdles that others in the market didn't have to navigate. We know that to be true for sure. Despite the eviction, Raekwon plans to take action against the landlord for allegedly misleading and damaging the business. Meanwhile, BMHC LLC insists they gave Hastoria ample time to catch up on rent following the dispensary's grand opening and are now looking for new tenants to fill the space. And even after all this, Raekwon's legal battles comes just as he dropped his first solo album in 8 years. The Emperor's New Clothes was released on Friday, July 18th, through Mass Appeal and features appearances from Ghostface Killer, Method Man, Nas, Conway the Machine, Westside Gun, Benny the Butcher, Inspector Deck, and Marsha Ambrosius. The project is part of Mass Appeal's 2025 Legend Has It series, which also includes new music from Nas, Mobb Deep, Ghostface Killer, De La Soul, and Big L. So yeah, so my whole thing is right because I believe that they most certainly did have a verbal agreement about him, like, oh, they're gonna adjust the rent payment or have him not pay it at all because there's some construction going on, and because of this construction, people aren't coming to the dispensary. But baby, you should have got that in writing. You should have got there should have been like a text message or something to prove a verbal agreement, honey. You can say because we see people say that oral agreements are just as binding as like something on paper, but we've seen that play out of court. It always turns into hearsay. Well, I didn't say it this way, I said it that way. You need something on paper or something like a text message between you two that can be used and say, hey, this was the agreement that we had. That is more useful than a because now the landlord is saying, oh well, we gave them ample time. Mm, they ample time to them could just mean one day. So this is a corporation. I don't trust any corporations as far as I can throw them. So I don't suspect they were doing the right thing for this black-owned business. But yeah, that's just sad.
You're right.
And then they
You
allowed that
always needed them right.
you always did it in writing. And they let that illegal dispensary open up in front, which keep causing a bunch of police raids. And that shit, if you see police come to even though weed is legal in the north in both New Jersey and New York, people still have those old school reservations about if they see a police around, maybe this will give police the reason to harass me. So maybe I won't go into this dispensary if I see
Yeah.
police around here.
Yeah, people who smoke weed, they don't want, mm-mm. I don't need them running my plates, because
And
they
we've
over
seen
here.
firsthand about anybody who's black that tries to get into the cannabis industry, like do it the quote unquote right way, as they would say it. We see that they are
Hmm.
always put kind of similar to how, like, when a black person tries to own a beauty supply store, like there are powers that be that keep certain people in charge of that. So you trying to do that is just you're gonna be pushed out. Trust me. So,
And a gas station.
and gas stations, hmm
Oh, I never knew black people trying to get a gas station, but hair salon, black folks, even when they do, it is it is the hardest thing to compete against the Asians because one, they can't have the lowest prices because the overhead, how they had to get it is it just is not the same. And I hate that
Hmm.
because there's been two or three black hair businesses that try to open here, but the two Asian companies, they got it on lock. And now you
Yeah,
got, you could get your stuff on Amazon now. There's a lot of stuff we could get on Amazon. And so, I hate that for them because it puts them behind the eight ball.
it is what it is. And then, like as much I know we're all not fans of Chris Rock, but I don't know if y'all had a chance to see that documentary, Good Hair. That pretty
Oh,
much
yeah.
outlined,
Mm-hmm.
baby, you if you black and try to get a beauty spot, you might as well just hang that up because it's not gonna happen for you.
No, if it is gonna be sparse, I've seen they look like second rate. They don't look like any other. They don't have all the products, you know. They have some, but they ain't got enough. It's sad, unfortunately. And then black folks gonna keep going to where they know because, well, they got all the stuff. You know how we do.
Yep.
So,
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. Oh, and I think we do have confirmation about Jamal Warner. Happy was nice enough to share a link in the chat. So it does appear that he is no longer with us. If TMZ say it is true.
wow,
Wow.
that's
Give
I wonder what
crazy.
happened.
Yeah, it's
one
been
second.
updated. Yeah, it says dies at 54, drowning. That's crazy on a
Damn,
family
from
trip.
drowning. I keep telling
Oh,
people,
in Costa Rica.
ooh, that sea is not nothing to play with, especially now with hurricane and the waves. I tell people all the time, if you are not strong simmers, get caught up in that rip. And people just don't know the sea is not something to play with. It will take you.
Oh man,
My
that's crazy.
condolences to him. Does he have kids?
Yeah, I think so. I said family, but maybe it just let me see. What does Google say? Does he have kids? There's no kids listed, so maybe he don't. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I
Oh,
guess he
and
died
Marcia, you
yesterday.
right, honey, because look what it's yep, and look what it says here. Warner died of asphyxia after he was caught by a high current in the ocean, according to ABC News. His body was
Mm,
reportedly found Sunday afternoon.
mm, 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 mm,
Yep.
mm.
People think, oh, let me no. When I go to Jamaica, I tell people don't go in that ocean. You stay your ass in them pool.
Mm, mm,
Stay
mm.
in the pool on the resort or play by the sand, and not even too close to the sand. Because if you
I
don't,
just saw a interview with him talking about he was talking about like the rodeo and it, dang, that is just crazy. Life is woo when I tell you life is delicate, boy, and we just do not know. Mm, mm, mm.
Damn,
That's
man.
unfortunate.
Condolences to his friends and his family. This is terrible.
It really is.
And I know for y'all for the Gen Xers, honey, he was that dude for y'all wanted. Like everybody loved him some Theo. And then that famous shirt that he wore on the Cosby Show.
Oh,
I see a lot of
oh
Gen
yeah.
Xers talking about it.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, because
that
it
shirt,
was
that shirt that
was
his sister
he
made for
made
him.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
and was it Anthony Mackie wore a replica on like a talk show or something like that.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It was. I mean, it's iconic. I mean, that was our time. It was.
I
That's
like
unfortunate.
that. It's not good to talk bad about the dead, but mm,
I mean, he's too
You a
young.
mess,
That's
girl.
too young. I don't
I
like
know
that.
that's my age. But I know not to mess with them damn rip currents and the water. Mm.
Yeah,
Auntie,
yeah.
you
It's
might
all over social media
about the
now.
water, 'cause the sea don't play.
Well, shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Thank you for entertaining us through the years. And again, condolences to his friends and family.
Yes, condolences to his family. I thought he had a child. Was he a part of our community, Auntie?
I, I
Come
do
on,
not believe he
hour.
was.
Girl, if you don't sit down somewhere,
No, I don't. I don't
being
mess
celibate
with
don't make you
sexual
our community.
conversation, Moon.
Mhm.
I do
Mhm.
not mess with it. Look, Auntie, I wanted to tell you, there is a BBC show on TV called Mr. Loverman. And it's about a older Jamaican man that is married to his wife, and he's gay, and he has a lover, and the lover is his best friend, and he comes around the family, and at age 62 he decided to leave his wife to go be with the guy.
Oh,
Auntie, when I tell you this is beyond soap opera drama.
that
Mm,
sounds similar to Grace and Frankie. Remember Grace and Frankie from Netflix when both Grace and Frankie were friends and both of their husbands decided they were gay later in life, so they ended up being in a relationship with each other. Oh
hmm
yeah, that's my kind of carrying on.
Yes, Auntie, the carrying on is a carrying on. Because you got to remember, this is a Jamaican family. I mean, 100% yard. Okay? Sour sup, Irish mosh type of family. Sunday, rice and peas and cookings and stuff type of family. Okay? Woo, child. I can't
Look,
wait to get off with you.
I done got on social media and it's everywhere now. Ugh, us blacks are not doing okay today.
No, oh y'all, and look, and guess what? I just found out. Malcolm Jamal Warner has a newborn actually.
Oh well, goddamn.
What?
Yeah, this was from March, and this is from Essence. Malcolm Jamal Warner welcomes his first child. Damn.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, I'm lying. It wasn't from March. I think they updated in March. It looks like this was from 2020. So it's not a newborn, but it's still a young child.
It's a toddler. Oh my God. That is so terrible. The black community is not okay. The messages we not doing all right. They
And it
said
said, "Are
one
you
said, so you leave Bill, you leave Trump, but you're gonna take Theo?
hello?" Exactly. Are and we have a question. Are you talking about the overplayed Coldplay couple? Hell no. I ain't care about that shit when I first started. And I'm glad both of their asses get but what I do not like, what I don't like is seeing people defending them like, oh well, I mean, come on, I know cheating is wrong, but is it worth losing your job, guy? Yes. When you're the fucking CEO and the head of HR,
Y-
yes. You
And
both
you're
need to get your
bringing
asses up out of there.
and they talking about our like I need the it need to die down over here at the workplace. We don't need this distraction over here. Yeah, you go on. You didn't. And what everybody said, if they would have just sat there, it wouldn't have made no news. It wouldn't have made no headline. And I was like, that is true, but I'm sure their fight or flight kicked in. When
Hmm.
you get shocked like that, you can't even like a whole different mechanism kicks in. Like you're not even thinking rationally. Because
look.
hindsight, yes, if they would have just stood there, did a little kiss, and it
Hmm.
wouldn't have been nothing, we wouldn't know nothing. But yeah, you
So
guilty, your
funny.
fight or flight kick in, and you got busted.
Hmm.
Hmm. And you see how the wife took his picture down from our Facebook? I say, girl.
Well, that's
Good job,
embarrassing.
girl.
I did see one. I don't know how true this is. This is allegedly. I don't know because people real quick to talk about something that on the internet. But somebody said that she was the mistress before, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
I wouldn't doubt it. What's that old
I
saying?
would,
You lose them how you get them.
and that's what they said. But I don't know. I don't know how credible that was. either way, the public, like public embarrassment. I mean, even the husband, he didn't deserve that. Like,
Really
my
did.
thing is, Moon. Look what I'm saying. What happened to when you're cheating and you're undercover? You don't go out in public. You don't do none of them. Something that you get your pop 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 pop, and
oh,
you be
because they was
no,
in a
you
relationship. They
you
wasn't just bop bop bop. They
they,
liked each other. They
they
was going together real bad.
yeah, they were a couple. She wasn't a side chick. They were a couple, and I don't understand these women. My husband gone so long and something. I mean, no know where him there because a tile gonna be placed in his car and his wallet. Cause I don't trust you. Where are you? Oh, you have time for go a concert? Is what is like? I, I don't understand. I don't
Well, I don't
understand.
know. I don't know
I'm
what he
almost a
told
young
her.
baby, and you out there gyrating at Coldplay
I don't know
concert.
what they had going on or why she
Coldplay.
believed whatever she believed, but
Mm-mm. That's what happened when they comfortable and they have the money and and stuff like that. But I'm so sorry for her.
the
And
the
if
public
it was a black girl,
humiliation.
she'd have went up there and popped her in her ass.
Mm-mm.
Popped her. Went to the job and popped her. But anyway, HR Popo. When I see HR, I think police. So I don't mess with HR.
Exactly. And Happy is asking some really nice question in the chat. Like, why involve the coworkers? Exactly. Why do it? And I agree with you, Marcia. Like, if you're gonna do your dirt, why are you going to a public concert, especially at a work event? Because I imagine like their company paid for those concert tickets. So
Oh
because there were
yeah.
coworkers out there, and then the thing about the coworkers that were out there, they were just kind of like giggling and stuff like that when they so that told me that this is like an open secret within the office. Everybody
Yes.
know that they be fucking around.
Yeah, that's what I said. I saw this was an open secret. They was together at work. They were boyfriend and girlfriend at work. Everybody knew it.
That's
And
what
I'm sure that the company had box seats because my old company had box seats. So I've been to a few concerts that way because they were giving out tickets and stuff like that. But we didn't have none of that going on in
Exactly.
our.
So, we have a question. What would you do, honey? I would be right at the concert looking just like that coworker who was giggling. Be like, "Ooh." My face will tell it all, because I will have my hand over my mouth with my eyes going, "Ooh."
Yeah, I mean, I know they fight or flight kicked in, and I know they thinking about it that they wish they could have reacted like, oh, but nothing was wrong. But the guilt showed.
I say
Mhm.
it's all type of nastiness. Cause he's supposed to be the CEO and the leader. She's supposed to
Them
be
be the main
the
ones.
HR person that lead in and make sure we don't do nothing right. And they going on with their fuckery.
Yeah,
That's what you get.
please,
Good for you.
them be
Fire
the
his
main ones.
ass. Fire him.
Yes, and the comment says the couple put their coworkers in danger. As an employee, you can't do anything about it. Exactly. You just pretend to smile, like because if you tell them no, like they could. Yeah, this is I think astronomer is an at will employer from what I've read up on. So yeah, if we have a CEO, the CEO of Chat Mosa, telling us that this shit is wrong. So that should tell you
Oh
something.
yeah, we know that's wrong. You're not the CEO is not supposed to be having they don't, most corporate companies don't even want the employees dating each other, let alone heads of departments dating, because then that breeds for lawsuits.
Hmm.
I was coerced. I thought my job was in danger. Now the company getting sued. Hmm.
Auntie,
Stupid.
did you see what's that fancy gym in New York that what's his name used to work at?
What,
Oh,
Equinox?
Equinox.
Yeah, did
Hmm.
you see that? There's a black trainer that got fired and she sued Equinox for discrimination and she was late every day at work and that's the reason why she got fired because she was late. Like every day since they hired her, she was late, and they fired her. She sued them and got $11 million.
Lord, I have seen what you have done for others, and I'm ready to receive.
Look, but there had to be another reason why she got fired. Something where she was able to do discrimination. She must have had other evidence that they did.
Girl, I don't know because I don't believe nothing. With these stories because they only put in their word, but um, it she did get fired. I don't know why, but they said because she was late. And the only
No,
reason why I
heard of
believe
that.
it, the only reason why I believe it was because it was on ABC with David something.
David
Me.
Muir.
Mhm. That's the only reason why I believed it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sure she must have had other evidence of them being racist. Cause
$11 million.
well, it worked out for her. Thank
And
It
goodness.
sure
and
did.
look, and Tia did hers, and she ain't got all of that. I know
Look,
stupid.
she didn't sue the right people. Look, you got to get
She
the people
did
with the
sue the
money.
right people, girl, because we looked up what the company value was, but I
The
mean,
lawyer
and
didn't
she
get
had it
well.
recorded. She had a
Remember
video.
this a recorded line, honey.
Yeah, I don't care. It's already been settled.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess the jury has to award you a certain amount of money. So I don't
yeah.
know.
So,
It is a
but
different state because Florida and New York is
Florida, yeah,
two
that's what it is.
different.
Florida. It's Florida. It was
I'm gonna tell you what I think it was without even. I'm gonna go and read up on the story, but I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. When it comes to working in the city in New York, trying to sue somebody for being late, or excuse me, trying to fire somebody for being late is almost impossible. Simply because if they're taking public transportation, it is they have no control over that. Now,
Right.
you can try to trust me. I'm speaking from experience. Anytime and luckily for me, like there was a 15 to 20 minute window because of public transportation. No matter how early, honey, I've even tried like leaving 30 minutes earlier to see it, and it didn't make any difference. I still got it to work at the same time. But yeah, I think that's probably. And they was like, well, wait. Y'all gave me this grace period. Now y'all sit here trying to follow me because I'm like within 10 minutes of the 15-minute grace period or whatever they have. I assure you that's what happened. Without even having to read it, but I'm gonna go and read so I can get more information of it because that's actually very interesting. Cause shit, I'm gonna see if all those motherfuckers who wrote me up for being late, honey, do I have a case? I don't give a damn if I didn't work over there for 12 years. Be like, do I have a case? Cause they wrote me up for being late. they, they didn't fire me, but they wrote
And
me
made my
up.
life unbearable.
Okay, this caused mental distress, honey. I have never been written up at a job before. This has just messed up my mental health. Oh my god.
Okay. I haven't been able to work since. Oh, they owe me
you
$50 million.
triggered. You are triggered, Auntie. Just a triggered.
hmm Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for helping me with the show today. But did y'all have any other tea that you want to discuss that I might
Mm-hmm.
have missed?
When they sentencing Diddy,
And that's till
That
October.
is in October.
why they waiting so long?
That's court stuff. Hmm.
They sentenced that boy that allegedly killed those four college
Well, it
students.
ain't alleged if he well, that's because he did a plea deal, and there's an
hmm
automatic mandatory. He was sentenced. That was part of the plea deal, and that ain't alleged. He did it. He confessed. There's no alleged there. He did it.
Oh, he got a plea deal.
Yeah, that's why he pled guilty, so he wouldn't go get the death penalty. So he got 4 life sentences.
Oh, he pled.
hmm
Oh, I didn't know he pled guilty.
Hmm. He didn't want to face the death penalty because he was going to be convicted guilty. It was happening.
So he pled guilty and got
So
four.
that hmm hmm
Oh,
that was the deal.
so he
Hmm.
pled guilty, and now they're gonna negotiate. Is
Already did it. It's done. 4 life sentences.
4 life sentences?
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
Wait a minute now. Wait a god dang on minute now.
He's spending
Hold
the rest
up.
of his life in jail. You know.
He
He's
getting his
not getting
life?
out. Four of
He
them, four life sentences for all four murders that
So
he's
when he
done.
died, he got to come back and serve.
Hmm I don't care if
He
he
he's
got
reincarnated as a cat. He come put that cat in jail.
wait a minute, Auntie. I thought he was trying to get out on bond and house monitoring and all that shit.
what you talking about, Diddy? Or are you
Hell
talking about
no.
the other guy?
I'm talking about Diddy.
Oh, Diddy ain't
Oh,
got
we
no
thought you were
spoiler.
talking
We
about the
talking about
other
the other
guy,
guy.
Which guy?
Uh,
Brian.
Marcia,
The
the
white
one, the
dude
white dude. Yes,
Yes,
that killed like
girl.
four people?
yes, that's what you
Yes,
brought
I
honey.
up.
already,
What do you
I
think?
already knew
Oh,
that. I was talking about Diddy.
You know what?
oh. Well,
Turn
both
this
me and
on.
Moon misunderstood. Yeah, because we thought you were talking about Brian.
Oh hell no! I knew that white boy was going to prison. Nah, I knew he ain't come like you said. He come back as a cat. He come back. Moon, you are terrible. If he died, he got to still serve.
He still got to come back and serve the rest of that time. Yes, absolutely.
Yo, Moon, you are a mess. I really did miss this about you. Lord have mercy, Moon. You be cracking me up. Yo, yeah, I knew he.
Me and Auntie lost. Okay, no, he don't get sentenced until October, so we don't know what he gonna get.
Oh,
Diddy,
oh, oh.
that is.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Diddy. Like, why they wait until October? Shoot,
Mm.
like that's
Yeah.
long. Just get it
And
over.
we have
He'll
a
be here
question
before.
in the chat saying, "What about Denise Richards?" I was gonna talk about, but I decided not to even go only because from when I even read the first story when Aaron filed for divorce, I knew that shit was a con artist. I knew that was an abuser trying to get out in front of the story. So I know Denise Richards was being abused by her husband, and she wanted to protect him and not say anything. But he had a nerve to file divorce on her after telling her that they would never get a divorce. Like I
Oh
just
my
knew that
God,
story was not
Who's
even
Denise Richards?
Charlie Sheen's
actress.
ex-wife.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's sad. Oh, I saw that. That is sad. I think I knew the name. That's just sad. I don't like when men put their hand on women like that. Oh my goodness.
Same here.
And she had a don't she have a TV singing show,
She does a TV show. Yep, a reality show that
a
he's on.
reality show. Was he in it?
He sure
Hmm.
is.
He the husband. He was out there.
Mm, he going to
I don't
jail.
watch.
Yeah, I don't watch it either. And something else I don't watch is Love because we have another. And what about why are young people hot on Love Island? Is that show any good, girl? I would not know. The last thing I want to see is a whole bunch of straight people getting together on the island fucking each other. I'm not interested, but I heard that people like it, so hey,
Well, I heard there was a lot of drama. I saw something about somebody breaking it down. Uh, uh, of course, the typical
It,
stuff,
it,
treating
yeah,
black people
sex.
horribly, and double
Yeah,
standards
sex.
for the women, all kind of stupid shit.
Yeah, like Moon said, it's not just sex, Auntie. It's a whole. I don't like it. Tiffany, when I'm around her, she got it on. So I don't know, Auntie. I don't get involved in heterosexual shows.
that part.
Yeah.
Auntie, hit the button. I'm tired of her right now. Hit the button. We done. We are done.
Yes,
Go watch
honey.
Beyond the Gates. It's time. You need to run it back. It's time to watch
Oh,
your stuff.
look,
Look,
honey, so
all
far
right,
I've already
bye.
done planned on watching the replay tonight, honey. I don't miss most of it, so we watching the replay
Yes.
tonight.
All right,
Yes.
bye.
Well, thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time for the live show if you can make it. Until then, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
You too, boo.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.